first I got asked this question a couple times. What was I put on probation for? So I guess I'll answer it. I was with a friend of mine. We were pulled over. There was some pot in the car. I was arrested for loitering where drugs are used, which is interesting because I wasn't high. I guess being high would have made the 24 hours that I spent in jail a little bit more bearable. Spent 24 hours in jail. While I was in there, the detective tried to get me to rat on people, including my friend. Not gonna happen, you know. He's like, if there's anything you know about your friend, well, you're not gonna be friends with him forever. You're young, friends will come and go. And my initial reaction to that was to want to, stab him in the face with the pen, But anyway, so that happened. I was told I was going to be released in a couple hours, and I wasn't. I was held overnight. Not bitching about that. Whatever, that shit happens. I was placed on a year probation in the city I live in right now. Any sort of misdemeanor involving marijuana is an automatic 1-year probation. It doesn't matter to them that I have an essentially clear criminal record. I was arrested when I was 14, but that was cleared from the record. It doesn't matter to them that I'm an Eagle Scout. None of that shit mattered to them. And this isn't really about me, because this is the story of all of you. All of you people that are affected by this unfair, this unjust, this money-grubbing, this evil war on cannabis users. 800,000 Americans are arrested every year for marijuana. And there's that's an arrest approximately every 36 seconds. A person is arrested for some sort of marijuana charge, either dealing or possession, and 80% of those 800,000 arrests are possession. And because I happen to be lucky to an extent that I can afford, just barely, but I can afford the fines put against me, a $100 bond, like $400 in court costs. How much is that shit? And like $300 for these classes. They outsource the drug classes and the drug screening, so they outsource these kids like me to a private company that leeches off of us. And when I was sitting in court waiting to be sentenced on Monday, because I had already pled guilty because there was no way really out of it, because the crime is being in the car with the drugs. There's no way out of that. I was sitting next to this kid, and he's like, I can't pay for this. This is $600. This is 2-3 classes. I can't afford this. How am I supposed to afford this? I just simply don't have the money for this. And that's the story of most of these people that are caught up in this web, this money scheme. These are otherwise law-abiding citizens who, through their use of their smoking of a dried flower, their lives are disrupted. People have their scholarships stripped. They have their lives disrupted. I have people can be sent to jail for this, depending on where they are. And I can't understand the mindset of the anti-drug person. They don't want people to use drugs. Well, why? I mean, the concern is there's only really two concerns here. Crime, related to marijuana. And this I'm speaking specifically of marijuana, not other drugs. Crime related to marijuana and I guess the safety of people, whether it be the user or anyone around the user. And I think it's safe to say that all of you that have ever been around a marijuana user know that all of these things you see on these commercials are just flat out untrue. You don't get violent. You don't get extremely sexually, charged. I've never witnessed any rapes by people that were smoking, taking bong hits and shit. They don't rape each other afterwards. All this shit, you know it's not true. So we've already addressed that the crime issue is artificially created. The justice system has created a whole sect of the society they've declared criminals. A whole percentage point of our population is imprisoned. I want you to really understand the gravity of that. A whole percentage point of our population is incarcerated. And did they all rob somebody? Did they all commit a murder? Did they all rape somebody? Did they all do some other kind of violent crime or some other sort of victimizing crime? No. These people didn't do that. They were ingesting substances. And particularly when it comes to marijuana, most of the people that are affected by marijuana are either young kids that are just, doing their thing, going to school, working, having a good time. A lot of them smoke marijuana because they don't like drinking beer and they don't like being around the people who drink beer. Our society has made drinking beer okay. You see your anti-drug commercial and then you see your beer commercial, which I think is a double standard that I don't understand. But they act as if they're trying to help people. The only victims in this are the users. They're the only ones that suffer in any way, either through the incarceration or through the use of the drug, if there is any real negative. And I haven't seen any sufficient evidence from firsthand experience and talking with other marijuana smokers that marijuana causes any sort of life-ruining effects. I mean, if you're already lazy, it'll increase your laziness, but is that really the worst thing that can fucking happen? Oh no, he sits around and watches TV. Like George Carlin said, you show me some fucker sitting at home watching TV and stroking his penis all day, and I'll show you somebody who isn't causing any fucking trouble. These people aren't a threat to the society, and they take these kids and they pump them for money, and they disrupt their lives and they brand them in a way. And it's all based on lies. Like, the whole system is inherently based on a lie. All these false properties they claim that this flower possesses, it really hit me, like, the gravity of everything, of how fucked up the system is when I walk out of the court, you have to go stand in line to pay your fines, and most of the people that were in the line were people that had been sentenced right then. It was sentencing day, it was Monday, and most of the people that were being sentenced, at least 80% of the people that were being sentenced for something, maybe even more, were